ever told yourself that this time is going to be different? You plan out your goals, you do the vision board, and you buy all the necessary stuff to take action, but a year later passes and you are exactly in the same spot, but this time with just more failures in between. How do you trust yourself again after that? I saw this analogy that your life is like a Super Mario game, where it is all about determination to get through the levels. So when you play a game for the when you play a level for the very first time, what are the odds of you actually getting through it, right? It's like 50-50. But if you play the game and you lose, and then you play the game again, you kind of know, oh, at this moment there's going to be a hole is going to appear, or something's going to shoot at me, and your brain starts recognizing the patterns. And then guess what, over time you start to learn all of the little holes and the shooting, and you actually get to learn how to pass the level, because nothing is different when you replay the level again. It's all the same thing. So when it comes to our goals, it's not about trusting yourself. It's more about how much determination you actually have to pass that level. How determined are you to getting your goals? How determined are you to winning the game? If you're not that determined, then, you know, after like the 5th try of you playing that level, you're like, you know what, I don't feel like playing this anymore, and you just log off. But if you're actually determined to finishing the game or getting through the levels, then you're gonna keep going at it until you actually do it. Or you're gonna find a way of how you can get past through that level, whether it's looking it up online, finding some sort of cheat code, or just figuring it out all on your own. The point is that in order for you to get through your goals after failing multiple times is learning how to be determined. So in today's video, we're going to talk about how to not get easily discouraged after failure, how to push past through difficult times, and how to have infinite willpower to keep going. So if you guys are new here, my name is Geraldine, and I make videos all about goal setting, productivity, and procrastination. So if that's the type of content you love to consume, then don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Also click the notification bell so you do know when I do upload, and follow me on all my social media. I am at Geraldine Silva. Okay, so number 1, how to not get easily discouraged after failure. We have to understand that failure is just simply not getting desired results. You go get your hair dyed and you want it blonde, but the hair salon, the hairdresser, made it brassy. Are you just gonna say, I am never going to go blonde ever again because this one specific experience I wasn't able to get a blonde, so I'm never gonna try it again, and I'm just gonna stick to my natural hair color for the rest of my life? There are people out there who are like that, who would just get discouraged after the first try, and you know, that's fine. Or you can be the other person who is like, you know what, this hairdresser clearly didn't know what they were doing. Let me go try this other one and actually read the reviews and maybe see their testimonials of what other people have said about them, and take my time to research someone who actually knows what they're doing. And then you go in and you actually get what you wanted because you've learned the pattern. The first time, you just called up the first hair salon that popped up on when you Google search, versus this time you actually took the time to research and read, and you understood like what needed to be done because of that first experience. That is what it's like when we fail. When you go after a goal and you set out a plan and you're just like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and then the first time it just doesn't really happen for you, you can be like that first person who was like, I'm never gonna try this again because it didn't happen for me the first time, and then blah 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 blah, and I'm just gonna quit for the rest of my life. Okay, fine, whatever, you choose that path. But you can also be like the second person who was like, you know what, that didn't work, let me just actually do it right the next time. Let me actually research this. Let me actually take my time trying to find someone who is knowledgeable in this area, and not just literally anybody who just got a degree and has no idea how to do hair. And then when you actually go in, you actually get your desired results, and you're like, wow, like this is actually cool. Like I actually got what I wanted. I actually get to enjoy my hair. I actually get to enjoy this. So it's not about, the thing about failure is that we take it personal. We take it personal, and we look at the negative side of things of like, oh my god, I really wanted this and it didn't happen. It must be me. I must be the problem. Blah blah blah. Like we take the failure very negatively, and we take it so personal, and we think it's us. We think that we are just a diamond. We are just the exception of all the rules, that because of whatever situation we're in, we just can't get what we want because of some, like, we make up all these excuses as to why we're so special and why we can't achieve something. Can you imagine that? Right? You're so special that you can't get something because of a one-time failure. When in reality, it's like we can't all get it right the first time. Sometimes we just don't have that luck to get it right the first time. Maybe you're just somebody who needs to work at it, who needs to do the research, who needs to figure out, okay, what did I do wrong the first time? How did I not get my desired results? Because that's just what failure is. It's just not getting the results that you thought you were going to get. So instead of just taking it personal and dwelling on it, how about we don't take it personal? We look at our plan, we start eliminating things on our list and being like, okay, we tried this. How about if we try it this way? Do we get a better result? Do we get a better outcome? Do we actually get closer to the results that I want? Okay, yeah, it worked. We implemented this and it got us a little bit closer, but not exactly what I wanted. Let me keep going. Let me keep trying on, and just keep going. But we get discouraged because, like I said, we just take it so personal. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to figure out 3 different ways that you're going to test your methods, and then go down the list of your methods until you find one that is going to get you the desired results. For example, if you want to lose weight, you can say that you will start to eliminate sugars, cut back on carbs, and increase your cardio. You're going to start with one of those things first, and then just see what results you get from that. If after a few weeks it's not working out, then try the next method. Keep going until you find the one that makes the results and learn to stick with it. Reminder, allow it enough time to blossom. Sometimes things do take time. You're not going to see the results immediately, but you have to give it enough time. I'd say the sweet spot of allowing a method to kind of work itself out is around 3 to 6 weeks. So you keep going at it for 3 to 6 weeks, and after maybe the 4th week, you for sure are like, yeah, this is not working out. Or if you want to allow it 2 more weeks, and that's fine too, and then at the 6th week mark, you're like, you know what? Yeah, this is actually working out. Or no, this is not working out. I'm going to try this one. We want to allow things to kind of blossom and take its time before we can actually be like, yeah, this is not working out. We're going to cut this off, right? At least when it comes to our goals. If it's something like black and white, like getting our hair done and it's just not the desired result, obviously we know it's just not the desired result. But when it comes to our goals and we're trying to, I don't know, pay off debt or stick to a budget plan or lose weight, which is obviously a lot of people's goals, or studying, like we all have different study methods. Like what's one way that you can study that's going to help you get the desired result of getting straight A's, right? Like we can test different ways to get the desired results. So how to not get discouraged after failure is to just learn how to not take it personal and to think on your logical side, right? But so number 2, how to push through difficult times. You are trying, but it just seems like things are always getting in the way of your progress. So how do you push through when you didn't get enough sleep last night, or you just got into a fight with someone, or you heard some bad news? These things are going to impact your progress towards your goals, because How do you show up when you aren't feeling your best? How do you keep the momentum going when all you feel like is drowning in fried food and doom scrolling? You have to decide what matters more than what you feel in the moment. When I have moments when I'm not feeling my best and I feel like putting off my to-do list for another day, I remind myself that my goals mean more to me. I remind myself of the bigger picture. I can cry later, I can sleep later, I can eat later. Let me just get this one thing done that will make the most difference in my life. I also don't want you to feel pressured that you have to do this, that you have to take action all day, every day. In fact, if you have been pushing through for the last few weeks, of course, take the time off if you need to. But when you are first starting off and you need to learn how to build that resilience first, so that when it's time to work again, you aren't just putting it off, you can just get right back where you started. Because a lot of the times is that when we're first starting off, it's so easy to just be like, oh my god, everything is impacting me, and you're making every little excuse on everything, and so you're gonna want to procrastinate, you're gonna want to put it off. But what I want you to do is actually utilize that energy to push through, to actually show up for yourself, to invert that negative energy and put it into something positive. That is how you're going to push through when you're first starting off. I want you to actually try to push through and tell yourself, I can sleep later, I can eat later, I can cry later. Let me just get this one thing done. Let me just distract myself for at least an hour and get this done, and then I'll have the rest of the day to just mope around and feel sad. So if you guys have made it this far already, don't forget to subscribe and please like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Okay, so number 3, how to have infinite willpower to keep going. People become powerful from the moments that broke them. Adele wrote Rolling in the Deep, and someone like you during the worst heartbreak she had experienced at that point. She had channeled devastation and turned it into her becoming a global superstar. Just imagine your heartbreak, your loss, your grief can actually turn into something that's just success that is everlasting. I would hope to have put that much energy into something and it create that type of reward. Sometimes the will to keep going and to keep fighting on is just to channel every hurt, heartbreak, or loss into something magical. Feeding all of this energy instead of just dwelling on it and pouring it into yourself and into the life that you've always wanted to live, you can literally make your life turn around. At times our best creations come from the things that broke us, from the things that absolutely shatter us. We can actually create the most beautiful things. Did you know that natural diamonds are created under intense heat and pressure? You are just a diamond in the making. You are just being put under pressure. You're just in the hot seat right now. But that's because the things that are heating you up, the things that are pressuring you, is actually turning you into the person you need to become, into a global superstar, if that's what is going to happen for you. To have willpower is just to simply have control over your actions. Are you executing exactly what you had planned for the day? Are you checking off your to-do list? Are you making significant efforts towards your goals today? Or are you just trying to do the absolute bare minimum? Learn to control your actions and you can control your future. To be able to have control over yourself is learning to just be obedient. How good are you at following orders? Be authoritative with yourself. Tell yourself that you have no choice. You have to get this done. Don't be lenient with yourself, with your own self, because that's not how things are going to be done. They're going to get done around here. So if you guys liked this video, don't forget to subscribe. If you did like it, don't forget to follow me on all my social media. I'm at Geraldine Silva, and thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye. Mwah.